Snap a photo or take a short video and share it with us at newschannelnebraska.com. Each week, we'll choose one participant to win, and here's the best part. You get to pick a Nebraska school to receive $500. In total, $15,000 will go to schools across our state just for celebrating everyday health. So get outside, get active, and help your school one stretch at a time. Stretch across Nebraska. Powered by Medica and News Channel Nebraska. Because a healthy community starts with you.
I keep my own hours and make my own schedule. I don't have a corner office, but I do have a seat with a view. And while I may technically be my own boss, I fully accept that I am not in charge. It's not a job. It's who I am. I'm a Nebraska corn farmer, and there's nothing else I would rather be.
Where do you bank? It's important that the road you take with your money takes you in the right direction. You want a place that works with fewer fees, which reflects in their savings and loan rates. A place that doesn't have shareholders, but instead puts money earned back in your pocket. So slow down and look no further. Visit Northeast Nebraska Federal Credit Union. You don't have to be a city or government employee. Anyone can join from these 5 counties. Enjoy the benefits of being a member and feel like you own the place, because you do.
Northeast Nebraska Insurance in Wayne is an independent insurance agency who represents over 20 different companies to give you the best possible options. Their agents are experienced in home, farm, auto, commercial, and more. Since 1924, these agents provide service with one key philosophy in mind. We take care of your family as if it were our own. They proudly serve Northeast Nebraska at 10 locations. Learn more at northeastnebraskainsurance.com.
Receiving 3 top heart and vascular honors from Healthgrades reflects the trust our community places in Faith Regional. Behind every recognition is a patient who turned to us in a critical moment, a family seeking reassurance, and a cardiovascular team dedicated to being there. Our specialists deliver trusted expertise, proven outcomes, and compassionate care because our patients are and always will be our why. Faith Regional Cardiovascular Institute. Triple honors, one dedicated team.
Would your corn crop benefit from additional fungicide at planting time? I'm Darren Hefty along with my brother Brian. On this week's Ag PhD show, we'll discuss Xyway fungicide and its potential at planting time.
We're also going to talk about how much fertility your crop removes for your yield goal.
We have a tough to control weed of the week and much more on this week's Ag PhD.
On your way to the big game or heading home after the win, Speedy Mart is the ultimate team stop.
Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! You're bound to stay alive at Speedy Mart.
Icy cold drinks? Check. Tasty snacks? Double check. Fast fuel and room for the whole crew? You know it.
Be aggressive! And make sure to go to Speedy Mart after the game.
Think your aging parent is doing well living alone? Think again. Studies show that loneliness increases dementia risk. At the Heritage at Fountain Point, they will thrive instead with friends, activity, and care every day. Visit heritagecommunities.com to schedule a tour or talk to someone about assisted living or memory care. Your loved one can find the support they need at the Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk, just west of Faith Regional. Visit heritagecommunities.com today.
I've worked at Community Pride Care Center for a little over 18 years. You don't have all that corporate oversight. We try to greet everyone with a smile. Other things that we offer: physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy services. People here really do care about the residents. Community Pride Care Center is a small city-owned facility, and we get to do what's right for the residents.
Who wants to drag out a bulky vacuum? Introducing Horsepower Duck, a super compact vac.
This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. NCN Sports is presented by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Teammates Mentoring. Join the team. Be a mentor. Go to teammates.org today. And by Faith Regional Health Services. When you need exemplary care, have faith.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone, from Norfolk and the YMCA. We are ready for the 2026 Nebraska Scholastic Wrestling Coaches Association All-Star Girls Duels. A lot of all-stars here. And Doug Duda along with Colin Pfeiffer, we are glad to have you along with us as we are getting ready for the coin flips and the state championships. It's a rematch in Class A. Millard South taking on Norfolk, while in Class B, it is Columbus Lakeview taking on Wayne. We'll also be featuring the third and fourth place matches today. In Class A, that'll be Omaha West Side taking on Bellevue East, while Wood River will take on Battle Creek. In Class B, we're guaranteed to have a new champion in Class B this year. Minden is not competing at the girls' state duels this year. And Colin, we are looking forward to some really good wrestling. The atmosphere has been great here so far today.
Yeah, the atmosphere has been great. It kind of creates a cool environment. It's a little tighter spaced. Fans are right up next to the mats, and there should be some really good finals duels here.
And we want to introduce Colin as the meet director, and with Eddie Wrestle. And when we talk about the rankings that we are using today, we will reference those as well. So we've got Class A and B, first and second, third and fourth. This has evolved from the first 2 years ago where we were in Pierce and had 8 teams. And last year we went to the split classes and 8 teams. But this year we have 16 teams in here because the sport just continues to grow.
Yeah, the sport has really taken off, and I think we're up to about 2,300 girls wrestlers now. A little bit challenging this year trying to get all 16 teams from both classes here. 32 teams total. Yesterday was a little hectic with schools canceling today and telling teams they couldn't come. So we had to find a couple last-minute replacements this morning or yesterday in Class A. Brought Brew River in, who competed really well, and then we had to bring in Norfolk JV. And then we ended up with a bye because we had a team drop out at about 7 o'clock last night. But you know, we made it. We put on a great event, and hopefully the NSA is really close to taking this event over.
And we expect that official vote to be coming up in April, so we're looking forward to that moving on. All right, they're about ready to get things wrestling here. We'll take a break and get the championships underway in a moment.
For people who struggle with day-to-day activities, an occupational therapist can help them get back to normal. Let's speak with an occupational therapist from Faith Regional.
All right, Doug Duda, Colin Pfeiffer, we are ready to go here with high school wrestling. And in Class A, this is a rematch from last year, as we said, and they have already wrestled this year. Millard South defeated Norfolk earlier this year, 45-35. When it comes to Lakeview and Wayne, they have been in some tournaments together, but they have not wrestled in a duel. And we see something here right away that we're going to keep an eye on throughout the evening, the afternoon, is who will advance on with these 6-point forfeits. And we've already had one here at Class B. Colin, that is one of the things that we're still working through. We wrestled it all the way out to 16th. There's some teams here, Summerlin, UTAN, others that were really, really good. They just didn't have enough wrestlers. And when you have to give 3 or 4 forfeits, you're given 18, 24 points. It's kind of hard to overcome those.
Yeah, very, very hard to overcome. And some of those girls, you know, like Millard South today, you mentioned that they beat Norfolk this year already. They're without Millie Jensen at 135. And that's a 12-point swing in that duel probably. So you might see some forfeits here that are maybe just protecting wrestlers who have been hurt, and you know we're 2 weeks before girls districts here. So just because there's a forfeit doesn't mean that team doesn't necessarily maybe have someone. She might just be out today.
Well, we've already got another final here in the Class A, Matt. We're going to take a look at Macy Shanks of Millard South, a sophomore at 19-18 against Kennedy Hall of Norfolk, a sophomore at 20-10 on the season. Then over here we have a quick finish between Wood River and their third-place match, and we will keep an eye on that. But I think there was one little bit of news that we need to get out of the way because it's probably already made it through social media today, as Norfolk is in the championship and won this last year, but we look like they had been beaten in the semifinals by Omaha Westside earlier today, and Colin, apparently that had to be overturned because someone didn't weigh in correctly. Illegal wrestler. What is the correct terminology on what happened today, as we've got a pin combination set up here on mat number 1?
Yeah, so really unfortunate situation happened at the end of the semifinal duel match. Omaha Westside wrestled a girl at 140 pounds. She weighed in at 131.9 this morning. She had to weigh at least 133.1 in order to be eligible to compete at 140. Norfolk realized after the match, looking through the things, trying to figure out what they could have done better or where things went wrong, and they caught that girl was really light. Really unfortunate situation, but the rule book's the rule book, and she had to weigh enough in order to compete at 140, and she didn't. So we have to go back, change that result to a forfeit. It does not count against the girl from Westside. It just becomes an open in the duel, and it created a 12-point swing in the duel. Norfolk or Westside had won by 8, end up losing by 4.
So that's why we have the rematch here in Class A, and we've got a good one going over here, and all kinds of points bridged up, trying to kick through, and Norfolk on top in this one. Kennedy Hall 7-1, and I think just picked up 3 more near fall, and that'll make it 10-1. And it'll be interesting to see how Omaha Westside does come back through here and wrestle in this third-place match. We've already had a win and a forfeit there, so it's Bellevue East and Westside 6-6 on mat number 3. We will wrestle each weight class. They're doing that for us here at NCN, just like if you're watching the state wrestling tournament, what we have it in February.
It's a nice thing when you have the tournament director on with you. You can get what you want.
We appreciate that, Colin. Well, Norfolk in control here. 14-1. One more turn here, and you're going to get a tech fall.
Yeah, here it comes. Maybe look for the pin. Here's the big thing about a duel and a tech fall. If you're Millard South, you really want this girl to get off of her back, get out of near fall criteria, and just give up the tech fall. Norfolk really looking for a pin here. This is a difference in a point in the duel score.
And we've already had a couple of matches come down to ties where you go to criteria, so 1 point does make a big difference here, as Kennedy Hall is going to finish things off here. But can she get the pin? No, because time is going to run out here in the second period.
So keep a tally on that right there. That's the difference between a 5-point win and a 6-point win.
So the final score will be 18-1. Kennedy Hall of Norfolk over Macy Shanks of Millard South. Emma Peterson is getting ready for Battle Creek, who took the first match over Wood River. She'll be taking on Harper Doane, and in that Class B matchup at 100 pounds, it was Peterson and Doane. You might see him bounce some people back and forth, see what happens here. Savannah Koheiser out there for Wood River at 100 as well, weighed in. So you weigh in a couple girls, see what the matchup is. Now we're ready to move on to 105 pounds. And for Columbus Lakeview, they will be sending out Ann Buss. She is a freshman against Edmi Bullocks, who is 23-13 from Wayne. So Lakeview and Wayne, Ann Buss, the freshman. They will be bumping up Haley Stutman because they are without their 110-pounder at Lakeview. So you're trying to find matchups that best give you a chance to get that win, and we've got a takedown early on.
Yeah, takedown in both classes right away here. 3-point leads for both girls in the championship matches.
And we've got our first mask of the day.
Battle scars.
Yes, they've come a long ways with what those used to be, but still not fun to wear and a little challenging out there with your breathing usually. And if it goes 6 minutes, you get a little winded. But Battle of Blues here between Wayne and Lakeview.
And one thing I'd like to point out to the viewers watching on TV is we're wrestling the NSWCA Girls State Duels. You'll notice right now working the whistle in both the Class A and Class B championship matches are both female officials, and that's one thing that's helped grow the sport as well. Is these two are two of the better female officials that we have in the state of Nebraska right now, and really cool opportunity to see them get this opportunity.
And no doubt about it, with a lot of people involved. Half the teams are done wrestling. They've wrestled for 9 through 16. We've also got wrestling going on our farm mats as well, 5 through 8. And we'll throw you a few updates on those as time permits. Out of bounds and a restart here in Class B. Over in Class A, we've come to an end, and another win there to make it 11-0 in favor of Norfolk with the pin. Norfolk, number 2 in the state, behind Millard South in the tournament rankings. And this will just kind of determine who the best is in the dual rankings as well. Well, able to just ride out here and ride is Edmey Belux after the early takedown. And that'll bring us to the end of the first period. Belux of Wayne 3 and Buss, the freshman from Lakeview, nothing.
Wayne's going to have a choice here. They're going to defer.
Also in our Battle Creek Wood River match, Emma Peterson, a takedown. Harper Doan of Wood River, the escape. And trying to get the escape. All right, quick points over here to make it a 6-0 takedown for Belux.
She's got a tight wing and wrist here, looking for a turn. The Lakeview girl doing a real good job getting that bottom foot posted out.
Kind of balling up here. And a pin over at our Class B 3rd and 4th place match. As a big win over there after it was 3-1 for quite a while. Get the turn, and we'll pick up the win for Battle Creek. And Emma Peterson picks up the win and a 6-point pin for the Brave X.
The Wayne girl doing a really good job here of transitioning from move to move on top. Maybe it needs to just stick with one and stay on it and run it and try to get some more points here.
Edmey Belux leading it by a score of 6-0 over Ann Buss of Lakeview. And kind of the same thing, early takedown in both periods. And Buss hasn't been able to do anything from the bottom. And again, part of the strategy, too, here, Buss would be the underdog in this match, is to avoid the pin, avoid giving up as many points as you can. Right now, you're just at a plain 6-0 decision, but coming out to the side, probably the wrong side here, Colin, to get her turn.
Yeah, she's got to get her hips rotated here. Got to get the bottom girl's hips rotated back the other way.
And time is going to run out here as the clock takes us down to the end of the second period. Over on mat number 2, your score is 6-0. And I know we got a little technical difficulty going on with our camera over there, so I apologize for that.
Oh, interesting. Wayne's going to go on top here.
Mat 3 maybe is going to take their camera and give it a little closer view here. In the background is where you can see our mat there on the blue mat as we are working our camera on mat number 2. So we go, as you said, yeah. Well, I guess one thing you take a look at, she hasn't turned her.
Right.
And she had an easy time getting the takedown.
Right, I would have went bottom and tried to get an escape. But in girls wrestling, sometimes going on bottom isn't always the greatest idea.
Well, she set up the cradle now. That's going to wrap it up right there. She's got her stacked up.
Make a fool out of it.
There's the pin. Well, they know what they're doing over at Wayne. And head coach Jason Troutman making the right decision, and a pin here for the Blue Devils to tie things up at 6-6 after Lakeview got a forfeit to start the match. And you can tell limping off the match here. His bus kind of got tweaked there, and hopefully she's going to be okay. All right, that'll move us on to our 110-pound weight class. And it looks like we're going to get a forfeit over here for Bellevue East in their third and fourth place match against Omaha Westside. That'll be Lily Ross. Westside has a couple of openings there at 05 and 110, but then they're filled everywhere else. For Bellevue East, they may have an opening at 155. On mat 1 for Millard South, Haley McDonald, a 26-10 freshman, against Giselle Consuelo of Norfolk, a 5 and 9 freshman.
Got a headlock. Big points coming.
Trying to put this thing away in a hurry for Millard South. McDonald in there. Haley is ranked number 11 according to Eddie Russell, and it didn't take long at all. 26 seconds and 6 more points for Millard South. And so they're on the board, 11-6 Norfolk. Takedown here in Class B for Wayne. And Ravita Alba is out there, a 17-13 sophomore against Allie Stupman of Lakeview, the 18-12 sophomore. This should be, by record, a pretty close match.
Yeah, the deep half here, though. Get out to the side, get teed out, get near fall here. Long time, minute to go in the first period here.
Doesn't have it secured strong enough yet, but getting close. Uh-oh, there it is. 1 minute.
Quick 110-pound weight class there.
Yeah, Lupita Alba of Wayne with the pin over on our Aisley Hoff of Battle Creek, Matilda Green of Wood River, and Hoff, one of the better wrestlers on this Battle Creek team, ranked 4th. They had a number 3 and a number 4 ranked wrestler to start things off, and both get pins here for Battle Creek. And they bumped up Hoff to 110, so bang, 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 18-0 quickly for Battle Creek. As we move on now to 115 pounds. And it looks like maybe Colin, well, I thought for the first time we were going to have everybody pick something up, but it looks like, oh, no, Wood River does get a wrestler out there. I thought we were going to have a forfeit. So we are going to have, for the first time, all 4 mats active here at 115 pounds. Norfolk leads Class A 11-6. Wayne leads Class B 12-6. In the third place matches, Bellevue East leads Westside 12-6. And then it's 18-0 Battle Creek. And we've got a very quick takedown over here for Bellevue East. Jemiah Johnson. She is 24-5, ranked 4th in the state.
Quick takedown and near fall here for Lakeview, too.
And that's Anaya Bus of Lakeview. Vanessa Garcia of Wayne. And Bus a big favorite in this one, even though it's a battle of freshmen. And Guayano Casillas has not won a match yet this year and is not going to win one here. But it's good to see a freshman out there helping fill a weight class. Trying to stay off her back. Boy, for a long time here, we haven't seen the pin. And now we do at the 47-second mark and pick up the pin for Anaya Bus of Lakeview.
Ella Casey looking for the fall over in the Class A mat, too, trying to take the lead for Millard South.
Over on the edge of the mat in that Class A matchup. Casey 28-4 as the freshman. She's ranked number 2 at 110. We've seen some bumping here as we're wrestling at 115 pounds. She's taking on Alejandra Salazar of Norfolk, 14-13, a senior. Destiny McIntosh of Battle Creek taking on Melissa Torres of Wood River. Both are a little bit below 500. Freshman in Torres, sophomore in McIntosh. And Tatiana Casson here with the 3-1 lead over Johnson for Omaha Westside in our third and fourth place match. Make it 6-1 now. And the escape will make it 6-2. I think they actually have that score backwards.
Might have a pin here. It's close.
Stacked up in Class A. 15 seconds short time. Fought it off. Going to get a 4-point near fall. And a huge lead here of 11-0 in the first period for Ella Casey of Millard South.
We're going to get more near fall here right at the end of the period.
Is it enough to get the tech fall? Did she get a 4 count?
Just 3 here.
So it'll be just they put 4 on the board, so that'll be it. A tech fall in 2 minutes for Ella Casey and 6 points for Millard South. They now take a 12-11 lead after Norfolk got the first 11 points. Back over in the Class C third-place match, Torres of Wood River has the lead, 7-0 over McIntosh of Battle Creek, as Wood River tries to get on the board here. Wood River was here last year and had a good state tournament in the duels as they finished 5th. Minden beat Lakeview last year in the final, so Lakeview trying to come back and win it this year. Pierce beat Battle Creek in the third-place match, and Wood River over West Point.
Wood River looking for a turn here. Maybe a fall. Wood River got out to a big lead in the semifinals against Wayne, and then Wayne came storming back.
And there is the pin for Torres, and Wood River is on the board. We've got a little blood time or injury time here. We're just checking the score over on mat number 3. 9-2 your score. So they'll readjust that. This is the 2026 Girls State Dual Wrestling Championships. Thanks to Les Painter and all the Norm Manstead, all the folks, all the officials, all the folks that are here, the Norfolk YMCA, and what a toss there by Johnson of Bellevue East. As we said, I thought they had the scoreboard in track wrestling backwards. Johnson has been in control of this match. Johnson now up 14-2 with the near fall. They'll scoot out of bounds with 1:33 to go in the second period.
Yeah, and we're just one more turn away from a tech fall here.
And again, we've talked about that a lot on our radio broadcast, and in a couple of duels we had the Columbus Norfolk and the Kearney Grand Island earlier this month, but it is, I don't know if there's a record out there, but we have more tech falls because of the point change last year. Now that a takedown's worth 3 instead of 2, and you can have a 4-point near fall where 3 used to be the max.
Things happen a lot faster now.
Well, Johnson's going for the pin. She's got the win here, and she will get the pin in 2 minutes and 49 seconds. And Bellevue East will tack on another 6 here, but this is Bellevue East has got to get it going here because Omaha West Side, holy cow, they are so strong from about the next 5 weight classes. And then when we get to 55 through 90, they've got some top 3 wrestlers as well.
Correct.
All right, Doug Duda, Colin Pfeiffer with you here. We're ready to move it up to 120 pounds on all 4 of our mats. In Class A, it'll be Olivia Mosbach of Millard South. She is 28-5 as a sophomore, ranked number 3, and she'll take on Ayanna Valdez of Norfolk, who is 6-8 as a junior. So obviously Millard South, big advantage there. In the Class B final, Reagan McManigal of Wayne, 24-16 freshman, against Ellison Birkeland of Lakeview, a 13-10 senior.
Big hip toss right away in Class A. Millard South looking for a fall right away here. Not sure why she hopped over the way she did.
Number 3, Mosbach, trying to get the quickest pin for her team. And still has a chance here. Just 30 seconds gone. Got her stacked up beautifully. Now loses that. That'll be a 4-point near fall. In Class B, we've got a takedown here.
We're getting more near fall, looking for a fall. Now we got an escape. A lot of action going on over here in Class A.
So Mosbach with a big lead, but Valdez got off her back. We'll get a restart here, and we've only wrestled 43 seconds. Back in Class B, Lakeview with Birkeland, the senior versus freshman, even though the freshman has a better record. A little more experience here for the senior. Lakeview, as we said, runner-up last year, trying to get the championship here. A big mat return for Westside. Gabrielle Price, a 31-9 junior, against Elia Davis of Bellevue East. And for Brinkley Last, she's got the takedown for Battle Creek, a 26-1 freshman, who was ranked number 2 at 115, moving up to take on Elizabeth Gottlob of Wood River.
South getting more near fall in the fall. Will take the lead over there in Class A, 17-11.
Olivia Mosbach of Millard South, now 29-5. Gets her hand raised, 17-11. Millard South with the lead. Got an escape over here in Class B for McManigal. Short time now, 3-1, as they face and flatten out here.
That'll be 6-1.
Going to get the takedown. Have they awarded it?
Right.
Yep.
Whoa. Right at the whistle.
As time expires, give 3 more to Ellison Birkland of Lakeview. So a 6-1 lead now at the end of the third period. Back over here in our third place match in Class A. It is Price of Omaha West Side leading Davis of East by a score of 6-1 as they come to the end of the first period. And Price has been in total control here so far of this first period. Looks like we'll start neutral over here in B, and in on a double leg. Nice shot there for McManigal of Wayne. Shot cuts the deficit to 6-4. This is one of those matches, Colin, that we laugh. You look for number 1 versus number 2, or number 3 versus number 4. It's those
matches don't matter in duels.
You know what's going to happen. It's those kids that are 500 that are wrestling each other that usually determine these things.
Some coaches might be excited if the kid that's 500 is the one that's wrestling to decide this thing. It's usually the kid that's 5-21 against the kid that's 3-18 that decides the duel.
It is unbelievable.
But that's what makes wrestling duels fun is the kids that maybe don't always contribute to the tournament team. They feel a part of the team during a duel because their match matters.
Got blood time over here in the Class A third place match. We're getting some blood stopped on the nose of Price of Westside, who's up 6-1.
I've got a reversal looking for near fall here.
Reversal to the back for Birkland. Big match points here. A lot of time left, 45 seconds. Birkland trying to apply the pressure a little bit more off the bottom. McManigal trying to keep that blade off the mat. Still 35 seconds.
Doing a really good job of keeping this elbow posted.
He's going to get out of there momentarily. And now turn right back
there. Now.
Yeah, this could be real trouble for McManigal. And there's the pin. In 3 minutes and 40 seconds at Lakeview. Breaks a 12-12 tie with the pin there, up 18-12 over Wayne. We've got one third place match continuing here. And Price of Westside with the takedown to go up 9-1 after getting an escape here. 120 pounds. This is the Girls State Wrestling Duels. Doug Duda, Colin Pfeiffer with you here from Norfolk. In combination rolling up here. How did these teams get to where we're at? In Class B, Lakeview defeated Shadron 60-14. They edged UTAN 42-40. That got down to some crucial wrestling at the very end. Then Lakeview beat Battle Creek 46-36. For Wayne, they defeated Thayer Central 54-24. They defeated Takema Herman 54-24, the exact same score. And then over Wood River 48-36. And Wood River, as you had mentioned, Colin, had the lead and had a chance at the end. The last weight class was a forfeit due to a Wood River injury. And there is the pin for Price in 3 minutes and 26 seconds for Bellevue East. In Class B, that was Class B. In Class A, Millard South beat the Norfolk Junior Varsity 76-6. They defeated Omaha Bryan 54-24, 51-24 over Bellevue East in the semis. For Norfolk, 71-8 over Omaha Westview, 51-30 over Schuyler, and then that reversal of a score for a 42-38 win over Omaha Westside.
Yeah, and if you just heard that and you're wondering why is Norfolk JV wrestling in the state dual tournament, Norfolk JV was a late replacement yesterday. They replaced Omaha North, who couldn't come because they had too many wrestlers banged up and injured, and then their school didn't want them traveling today with the weather. So,
a quick takedown over there in the Class C third place match. Danica Jensen of Battle Creek. It was Michaela Kolakowski of Wood River. The 7-point move, takedown right to the back. Kolakowski state-rated junior at 31-8. Over in Class A, it's Malia Dudoit of Bellevue East against Jaden Jones of Omaha West Side. And Jones has got her wrapped up and has got the pin in 32 seconds. In Class A, it's Aspen Gray, the freshman of Millard South, against Stacy Cleveland, state-rated from Norfolk. Cleveland trying to get that takedown on the edge of the mat. And here in Class B, Emma Glendy of Lakeview, 24-3 junior against Avery Abler of Wayne, a 19-15 freshman, and Glendy with the early takedown here. working for a pin combination. Back over there, Kolakowski of Wood River has finished things off with a pin in 102 to take home third place.
Oh, we got a headlock here in Class A. Big points, near fall coming. Not quite yet. Wow, she got out of that without giving up any near fall.
That's amazing. Aspen Gray, the underdog here for Millard South.
Bargain's looking for near fall here in Class B.
Cleveland ranked 6th in the state here for Norfolk. Down 3-0.
That's Glendy for.
Oh, excuse me. Yes. I was looking over at Class A.
Yeah.
But you've also got Cleveland down after getting thrown. Short time here in Class B, 5 seconds to go.
Yeah,
and there's the pin. Glendy able to finish it off from Columbus Lakeview, ranked 2nd. Picks up the win here to go to 25-3.
24-12 now, Lakeview with the lead.
Wayne feeling some confidence coming in. I'm sure both coaches had to feel some confidence coming in. Coach Troutman for Wayne has some of his hammers still to come. They're really good from about 140 to 170.
There might not be a coaching staff in the state with less hair than Lakeview, though.
That is true. That is true. Jeff Bargan and all the guys over there. You think that's intentional?
I don't know, but they look good doing it.
All right. We've got a restart over here as we go to the end of the first period in our Class A match on mat 1.
We got a discussion between the officials here.
Whether there should have been.
I think they were questioning near fall in that headlock, and I actually think it was the right call. I don't think she ever got her completely past 45.
And Coach Pickford over there continuing his discussion with the official.
He's wrong, though.
They're not going to get what they want there, so they're in the first period. And it's Aspen Gray of Millard South, a 3-0 lead over Daisy Cleveland of Norfolk. And it looks like Gray says, I want to work from top. 17-11. Millard South has the lead in the Class A championship. Lakeview has the 24-12 lead in the B championship. 125-pound match going on right now. 130 coming up next. We'll roll through there. Here's one you kind of were expected. Cleveland would be the favorite, as we said. But good job so far by Aspen Gray.
Yeah, this is kind of one of those matches that Coach Pickford had circled that we need to win this match to win the duel. Oh, and we got a reversal.
Cleveland right to the back. Got her in trouble. Gray on her back. A lot of time left in the period, 1:10. Good fight on the bottom, but not going to be enough. That looks pretty tight right there. Gray trying to lift, or Cleveland trying to lift the head.
Gray doing a good job. She's got the elbow posted in the mat. Cleveland's got to get this arm posted out. Get that elbow out of the mat. Now she's got it out of the mat. Uncover the shoulder blade here. Circle the head a little bit and get the fall.
40 seconds still to go in the period.
Long time. That's a long time when you're on your back.
And there is the pin. 3:25. Daisy Cleveland, who found herself almost on her back, able to get off the back and go figure something out and get the pin right there. So 17-17 closes as expected to be. And that takes us through our 125-pound weight classes. So Battle Creek leading Wood River 24-12. Lakeview leading Wayne 24-12. Westside and Bellevue East are tied at 18. And Millard South tied with Norfolk at 17 apiece. Now we have a discussion over here on our Class C mat. Or excuse me, our third place mat in Class A. And I don't know what it is. Colin is over there trying to figure it out. And this would be the spot in the weight and in the rotation where they had an ineligible wrestler in their duel earlier. And I'm almost wondering if that's what it is. Can she wrestle now? And Colin will sit back down with us. Did this have something to do with the ineligible wrestler again?
Kind of. This was a little bit different situation. The girl was just entered in the track system at 135, but she actually made weight for 130. So she is eligible for 130. She's eligible for 35.
Okay, so again, earlier, Omaha West Side on the mat had picked up a win over Norfolk in the semis, but there was an illegal wrestler because of the weigh-in and bumping, and so that flipped the result of the match, and Norfolk then won it because that's how close the duel was. We are awaiting the Class B mat to get their anklet bracelets on, and we are ready to go here as we move on to 130 pounds. For Class A, Emelita Gutierrez, a 13-15 sophomore of Millard South against Kennedy Werner, a 20-8 junior for Norfolk. In Class B, Meredith Bargan of Columbus Lakeview, ranked number 2 with a record of 25-1 against the 6-12 freshman Kaya Campbell of Wayne, and Bargan immediately in on the takedown.
Big lift and return here in Class A.
And then we have Elena Wallace of Wood River, 13-21 freshman against Taylor Bleak of Battle Creek. And this did not take long here in Class B. A real quick 30-second pin for Lakeview, and Meredith Bargan, as expected, though, went out and did what she was supposed to do.
Puts Lakeview up 30-12.
Big points, all 6-point matches over here so far. B had a forfeit to start, and then everything else has been a pin. Over in Class A, had the 7-point move from Werner of Norfolk. Werner ranked 3rd coming into today's action against Gutierrez of Millard South. As we said, she's just below 500, sophomore. And we still have good action over here in our 3rd place matches. Ireland Dyer of Omaha West Side, the 7-point takedown to the back of Aubrey Gross of Bellevue East. They're comparable. This one could go either way, even though it's 7-0. And a 20-10 record for Dyer. She's a junior. A 23-15 record for Gross as a sophomore, but Dyer is working her over pretty good.
And the beautiful thing about wrestling, no matter what the score is, as long as you're not losing by 14 or 15, it can go the other way in a hurry.
But it did not here. Dyer able to take care of it in 1:42 and put up 6 more points on the board for Omaha West Side. They now lead at 24-18.
Wood River looking for a fall here over our Class B 3rd place match. Doesn't get it. Gets the 4 near fall at the end of the period to get a 7-0 lead.
So a good run there by Wallace. Again, here's a couple of girls, sub-500 record, freshman versus a sophomore. Could help decide how this duel plays out overall. Tila Bly is the wrestler for Battle Creek. All right, back over to Class A. 7-0 Werner, and looking for more.
For a fall here.
She has got her stacked up, and there's the pin. In 1:43.
So that goes to 23-17 in favor of Norfolk.
And again, remember, the first time they dueled this year, Millard South won 45-35. And back over in Class B, we've got the fall. And how about a reversal of fortune there? Battle Creek comes up off their back, gets the reversal and gets the pin 23 seconds into the 2nd period. So Wallace, there's one you were just talking about. Doesn't matter what the score is. Wallace was up 7-0, but Bly gets the 2nd period reversal to the back and gets the pin. 6 big ones. Now Battle Creek is up 30-12 instead of this thing being 24-18. So we move on now to 135 pounds. As our wrestlers take the mat in Class B, it'll be Alyssa Taylor of Lakeview, 6-11 sophomore against Megan Magnuson, 33-15 senior from Wayne. And so once again, kind of a mismatch as far as what you see on the mat, record-wise. And the Jackie Brown, our Hall of Fame announcer here, giving the Let's Wrestle command to all formats.
Downtown Jackie Brown, the voice of Class A state wrestling.
Boy, in on an immediate takedown and almost had the cradle up here for Magnuson of Wayne. over in Class A.
Now she gets a half and a wrist. This is over.
Heidelberg of Millard South, Hoffman of Norfolk over in the Class A. And there is the pin. 26 seconds. And it doesn't take very long to get everything done out there. We want to thank some of our sponsors like Medica. With the Medica Health Plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. And Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us, giving us our matchups and lineups here throughout the day. Class A working on a takedown is Hoffman against Heidelberg. Nothing happened, though. They're able to come back to their feet. Heidelberg ranked 4th at 130 pounds, bumping up to wrestle here at 135. Against Grace Hoffman, she's ranked 8th at 135 pounds. In our consolation matches, I guess I say that it's a 3rd and 4th place matchup, so it's a tournament format when we've got multiple mats. But Lily Memphord of Battle Creek, a 19-5 senior, and she is taking on Wood River's Savannah Peterzak, who is a 31-8 junior. This should be a heck of a matchup. Peterzak is ranked 7th, and for Battle Creek, Memphord is the number 3 ranked wrestler at 135 pounds. So Battle Creek was able to do some moving around. They had some openings coming into today, but they were able to move some kids around and kind of fill some spots here.
Yeah, and I know Battle Creek's been battling some sickness. Their boys have been battling some sickness as well. They wrestled Pierce here last night in a battle of number 1 versus number 2 in Class C in the boys' duels, and Pierce came away with that duel, winning 42-32. We could see a rematch of that in a few weeks in Kearney at the state duels.
And a lot of these young ladies are going to be wrestling tomorrow because it's conference meet. They're going to be having a conference meet right here. I know Wood River's going, their Lou Platte is tomorrow in Ravenna.
Yeah, so they're going to be getting home late tonight and on a bus early in the morning. And I'd tell them to sleep on the bus, but it's a little bit too cold outside for that today.
Well, over in Class A, we had our first scoreless first period of the afternoon. And so for Norfolk, Hoffman will take bottom. Heidelberg will be on top as they start the second period. In our 3rd and 4th place duels, it is Michaela Davis of Bellevue East leading Brooklyn Dilworth of Westside 3-1. And whoa!
Yeah, turning a pin.
That didn't take long. We had a 0-0 score. And how about coming off the bottom there? Heidelberg actually was on top, turned her, and got the pin in just 16 seconds. And that ties the duel at 23.
One thing I would like to mention of being the tournament director here, and I got to sit in a vehicle with Les yesterday when you had him on the radio with you, Doug, and talking about some teams here and some teams not being here that you would see in the dual rankings if you were looking at them in Class A. Probably the 2 big notable teams not here, Kearney High and Lexington. Lexington had their home invite today. Kearney High was at the Eunice Hospitality Duels there in Kearney, and those teams aren't going to leave their hometowns when there's a tournament going on to come to an invite-only tournament. Invites went out to all 200 teams or whatever, and these are the teams that responded and accepted the invites. There were some teams in Class B that responded, but they responded 3 months later. And at that point we had already kind of had to select who we were going to have, and so in Class B, the 2 big notable teams that we're missing here are Adams Central and West Holt. So, it's not probably all of the best teams, but it's darn close to the 16 best teams in each class here.
And hopefully we'll fill it up next year when the NSAA takes it over. There's Michaela Davis with the pin for Bellevue East over Dilworth of Omaha Westside. Peterzak of Wood River now a 5-3 lead at the end of the second period over Memphord of Battle Creek. Wood River really needs that win to stay in the duel. Again, if you're just joining us, we did start at 100 pounds. That's where the draw came out this morning, and then each round they just go to the next weight, go to the next weight, go to the next weight, and it just happened to be that we got to 100 here in the finals.
Just happened to be that way.
Lakeview leading their Class B duel 30-18 over Wayne. We're tied at 23 in the Class A championship. Millard South and Norfolk for third place in A. Bellevue East and Omaha West Side are tied at 24. And in Class B, third place match, Battle Creek leads Wood River 30-12. But as we come here to the third period, it looks like Mefford of Battle Creek takes bottom, trying to get out of there and at least get her one. 5-3 Petersack with the lead.
Petersack needs to pull high elbow here and cover the near ankle and get back around behind. Look at that. Perfect technique. It's a takedown. It's a reversal.
7-3. Some of our other matches today. In Class B, West Point Beamer took 9th over Pierce, 42-36. Southwest was able to beat Auburn 48-33, and Fort Calhoun over Thayer Central 36-30 in our consolation matches. South Sioux City over Blue River, and Ralston over Omaha Buena Vista. And now to the back we go, and there is the pin.
You know, and just to kind of point out how true of a state dual tournament this is, you just read off 4 teams from all 4 corners of the state. Chadron, Southwest, Sioux City, Auburn. So everybody came together and here met in Norfolk, so pretty cool deal.
All right, the pin for Wood River gets them back in the duel with 6, 30-18. And we will now move on. Check out our instant replay there, brought to you by Beatrice Community Hospital. Incredible care, incredibly close, as Petersack of Wood River able to get the pin. Now move on to the 140-pound weight class. We should have a couple of good matchups here as well. As we go to the Class A, it's Rain Wickwire of Millard South, 16-15 sophomore, against Kinsey Long, 18-9 sophomore from Norfolk. So there's one of those that could go either way. And in B, undefeated #1 Nyla Bowles of Wayne, leading Genesis Racinos of Lakeview, who's pretty darn good as well.
Oh, Millard South got a headlock there. But same situation, they got the headlock and the takedown, but they're not getting near fall out of this. Bowles has got a cradle locked up here. Not quite going to get her turn, but he does get around back behind.
Did have a forfeit over there. Wood River gets the 6 points to make it 30-24, it looks like. So action again, right out the whistle in both A and B.
Nice roll through cradle there by Bowles.
Racinos is going to be given the 1 for the escape. A minute gone in the first period. 140 pounds here in Class B. Racinos ranked number 5. Bowles ranked number 2 at 38-0. Boy, really try the toss. Got it locked up.
She's really looking for a fall here. Knows that the team needs it. Trail into the duel 30-18.
2 versus 5. Boy, that would be big 6. You kind of expect this maybe to go the distance. And we got the pin in Class A. Norfolk able to come back there, and Kinsey Long, after being tossed early, is able to get the win by pin in 1 minute and 38 seconds.
Bellevue East looking for a fall here. They're getting near fall.
Anastasia Jackson of Bellevue East. Chloe Hines from Omaha West Side. Jackson, a 20-11 junior, will get the pin in 59 seconds. And Bellevue East up 30-24 now in the third place duel in Class A. 10-2 now over here in the championship in B. And there's another great takedown to the back for Nyla Bowles, and she is going to get the pin for Wayne. Just 11 seconds here into the second period, and Wayne gets it down to 6:30-24. Well, we welcome in to our NSWCA duels the man that does everything. He lays the mats down. He gets everything organized on the board at the NSWCA. He's also the head coach of the Pierce girls. And as I've said numerous times, if you don't know Les Painter, he is the #1 representative of girls wrestling in the state, and I know, Les, you will give credit to other coaches and other people around, but to take teams to Florida when girls wrestling wasn't even talked about in this state of Nebraska and win national championships, and you got 5 girls in your house as well, 6 girls in your house as well. You just keep busy. Thanks for giving us some time, and it looks like even though the feet are going really big time below the water, it looks calm on top, buddy.
Yeah, it does. Things run smooth. Just most people don't know what it takes to get to that point. And I'm telling you, this has been an awesome experience. The amount of compliments that we've gotten from parents that just this venue and, again, giving kids opportunities. And I think that's what it's all about at the end of the day, is about kids.
Class A, I do want to tell you, as we get to 145, Gianna Danley, 33-9 sophomore for Millard South against Kiera Monroe of Norfolk. Kiera, 20-12 as a freshman. Then in Class B, Vivian Mulder of Lakeview, 16-11 junior against Zoe Bowles of Wayne, the 13-12 freshman. And then on the third place mats in Class A, Farron Thiemann of Bellevue East, 23-1. Boy, she is an outstanding wrestler for Bellevue East coming into this match. And Thiemann ranked #3, already up 6-2 over Nina Learler of Omaha West Side. And then it's Lacey Kuchar of Battle Creek and Cade Melgard of Wood River. And you just right here all the electricity that's going on in the building right now. These duels that are close in both A and B. And Lakeview a little upset that they didn't get the call over here in the championship match. 3-0. Bowles of Wayne getting the takedown. We're done over here. A win for Bellevue East in the third place match. And it looks like we get a win for Battle Creek in Class B as well. Les, we've talked about it for the viewers on NCM. Every time we start to get into a conversation, something big happens over here on the Class B mat.
She might get a defensive pin.
Yeah, look out over here. And we are going to get potentially dangerous with 14 seconds to go in the period. Does she have her knee?
I'm not even going to comment.
Okay. So I
don't know.
Come over to the side. Anyway, it looks like this will be something that NSWCA began to try and get this, like the girls and boys individual state tournaments, into an NSAA sanctioned event next year. Let's talk about the differences for the folks that don't know what that means.
Oh, it's huge. Again, the NSWCA, our job, or what we feel like our job is to grow the sport. And again, right now, the NSAA hadn't taken over duels, so we wanted to show the NSAA, hey, we're going to grow this, and then you take it over. And there was a proposal put in, and it passed big enough that it should pass in April, and it'll put something else on Mr. Higdon's plate, which I'm sure he needs something else to do. But there will be NSAA girls state duels. Now, like we talked about, is that going to be in Kearney? Where will that be held? Will they keep it at 16? Will they go to 8 like the boys? You know, and I'm going to be the biggest proponent out there trying to keep it at 16. Why? Just single-handedly because that would be the same equitable number for the girls as for the boys, even though boys is 8. You know, we got Class A, B, C, and D, where the girls only have A and B. So, again, I always look at trying to keep things as close as we can to the belt. So,
all right, we were having scoring discussions at both the A and B championship matches. And as we come out of it here, we will be at the end of the first period in Class B. Zoe Bowles of Wayne, 3-1 over Vivian Mulder of Lakeview. And they're still discussing over in Class A. It looked like they had called the pin here for Millard South to tie this duel at 29.
And they did.
And they did. Okay, they are done talking over there. Yep, they did break. All right, so just back here to what we got going on in Class B. Colin just mentioned this too. Les Painter joining me, Doug Duda, on our NCN broadcast. Not everybody got here, but there's nothing you can do about that. 32 teams were signed up. You had 31 here today, and they're from all over the state, from Chadron to Auburn, South Sioux City to Southwest.
Yeah, it's incredible, again, what people have been willing to do to grow this sport. And again, it attributes to all the schools, all the coaches, all the people out there that have said, you know what, and a lot of people that maybe weren't even for girls wrestling when it first started, and then come out and saw, holy smokes, it's wrestling. It's not girls, it's not boys, it's wrestling. And then, you know, if you love wrestling, you've got to love this atmosphere. Boys, we're going to punch somebody in the face. Girls, we're going to lose a match. We're going to get thrown a headlock. We're going to give them a hug at the end of it, you know. It's different, but we need to celebrate those differences.
Mulder getting the takedown here for Lakeview. She now leads it 4-3. Mulder 4-3, 50 seconds to go in the second period over Bowles of Wayne. Wayne kind of needs this one. They're down 30-24, but still a lot of wrestling to come here in this duel. Big scramble mode there, 30 seconds to go. So Les, what, besides the NSAA taking it over, just in general, you could probably tell our listeners what we started at number-wise, where we are at number-wise with participation, where it's headed, what's next for girls wrestling.
You know, honestly, where it started, we started with the NSWCA, I believe it was 8 years ago, and there were 78 girls. The next year, it was during COVID, there was 178. The next year, they sanctioned it through the NSAA. It went to 728. After that, it was 1,200, then to 2,200. Now we're at 2,700. It's amazing. It's amazing the growth. And again, where is it going to go? Hopefully in a few years, like I said, there's not going to be everybody that agrees with me on this. But again, we look at sheer numbers. I think it'll go to 3 classes. Again, I think that number that you got to get to is 3,000. And again, it all comes down to what are boys' numbers, you know, and I'm not going to say I'm a proponent or I'm against either way. It's just the fact that the boys have 4 classes, and if it looks like the girls should, that's what we're going to go with, because my job is to fight for the girls.
All right, we're here in the third period, just starting. Bowles of Wayne is on top position here, but she trails 4-3 against Mulder of Lakeview, needing a turn to take the lead here. And you can see that for a moment there, it looked like she was going to be able to secure and make the turn, but they're on the edge of the mat. Might need a restart here as well. Probably going to run off the mat here, even if she does turn her, trying to drag her back on, and there will be a restart out there. So, talking with Les Painter here at the Norfolk YMCA. The spots have been all over the place, and we are going to have injury time here as our trainer will come out and take a look at Mulder of Lakeview, who is leading 4-3. Les, anything else before we let you go? I'm sure appreciate all you've done for us.
No, I just want to say thank you to the wrestling community for all their support and for people who have come out and helped grow this, because the reality, without guys like you, without any wrestle, people don't understand the time and the effort that these guys put into this sport. And all I can do is tell people thank you. You know, and I've had millions of thank yous, but at the same point, it's not about any of us. It's about kids. It's about growing Nebraska. And I think it's all been done for the right reasons.
Les Painter, thanks so much. We're going to take a break here on NCN. Back with more in a moment.
Schifferl's WJ Ranch, Fordyce, Nebraska presents the legendary Susie Boggess in concert Friday, September 10th.
Come on, baby, try going with him Sunday southbound.
On Sunday, September 12th, saddle up for the WJ Ranch annual Cowboy Church service at 10:30 a.m. and mark your calendar to attend the 19th annual Cowboy Christmas, November 26th through the 28th. This free event features arts and crafts, pony rides, trick roping, and lots of fun.
All right, out of the injury timeout, you can see that Mulder trying to walk it off, but she's grimacing as they continue to wrestle here. Mulder is ahead 4-3, but Bowles trying to find a way to turn her. There's 1:10 left to go in the match here at 145 pounds. And at what point does Bowles decide, hey, I need to cut and get to our feet here? Not able to turn yet. Still working, getting a little high. In our Class B championship match, it remains 4-3 with 45 seconds to go. "35 seconds to go. Has to turn her now, and we're going to get potentially dangerous. That's what that signal is from our referee. And at what point? I think you got to cut her, don't you, Colin?
Yeah, you got to cut her and
oh
try
boy,
to get a takedown. especially where she's ailing like she is.
Yeah, you can see the injury right here.
Even Tramner's looking at me over here going, why aren't they going neutral?
A replay brought to you by Mead Lumber, making you feel at home from design to finish. And if you work that injured ankle or knee, there has been no stall warning either. So give Mulder a ton of credit for fighting through the pain here. 12 seconds to go. And now you can just ball up. And she works from the top, but there will be no turn. 3, 2, 1. If there'd have been 10 more seconds maybe, but it's over. And Vivian Mulder of Lakeview, a 4-3 win over Zoe Vols of Wayne. And now immediately to help her over to the center and then let the trainer look at her again. You hate to see the injury, but a big win there for Lakeview. And that'll make it 33-24. As we finish up 145 pounds. So Class A, Millard South and Norfolk are tied at 29. Class B, 33-24 in favor of Lakeview. In the third place matches in A, Bellevue East leading Westside 36-24. And it's 36-24 Battle Creek over Wood River in the Class B third place match. And for Wood River in this third place match, they are going to send out Haley Kindle. She is a 8-19 freshman, and Taylor Allman of Battle Creek is ranked number 2 in the weight class at 24-2.
Got 4 matches left here per duel. Quick takedown there for Allman. She's going to cut her. Defending state champion.
Allman's solid, obviously, and again against a newbie freshman there. Going to be in on another takedown. Looks like we have a forfeit. Bellevue East forfeiting. And Addie Glazer will pick up the win by forfeit for Omaha West Side, and they'll be up 36-30. In Class B, Yvette Ozuna of Wayne and Aliyah Amos of Lakeview.
30-33-30 now. She gets the pin.
And a quick pin there. Ozuna 26-11. The sophomore over the freshman gets the pin to cut it, as you said, calling to 33-30.
Here's the game. 3 matches left. Lakeview's up 3. Yeah, Emma Finnessy in the chamber right now.
Ranked number 1.
When are you going to shoot the bullet?
Yep. Lakeview, I believe, listed as open at heavyweight. I was trying to remember if they did have to forfeit in the semifinal round. I think them in Battle Creek in that semifinal battle. Pick up another pin here for Battle Creek as we expected. 42-24 the lead. So again, the most points with 3 weight classes to go is going to be 18. And that means Wood River's got to win the rest of them by pin. They're going to be the underdog here as well, as Briley Kaler will be out there against Allie Johnson. In Class A, it's Kinsley Conley of Millard South, 15-12 sophomore, against Riley Bauer of Norfolk, who is the 26-3 junior. And Bauer, ranked number 3, has the takedown at a 3-0 lead, looking for the turn.
Yeah, got the turn, getting the near fall.
But the period will run out before she can get a pin and give her the 4 near fall, make it 7-0 at the end of the first period here for Bauer of Norfolk. For Wayne, you've got Alex Ziska at 170. She's 35-8. You've got a 5-22 freshman at 190, and you got a 7-11 junior at 235. So, as you said, Aislinn Wickman is a 17-11 freshman at 190. I think they'll probably maybe go bump. They've got Savannah Peterson, and maybe give that up to the rated wrestler and trade 2 for 1. We'll see what they do, which would be more than enough to win the duel if you're Lakeview. Hanging in there in Class A is Conley from Millard South.
Might not be for much longer here.
And there's the turn, 1:20 to go in the second period.
Back to her belly, though.
Rolled through.
Only gave up a 2-point near fall.
9-0 in favor of Bauer of Norfolk. in a tightly contested duel, 29-29. And you take a look at that one as well. Millard South going to send in the number 2 ranked wrestler at 170 pounds. And Norfolk's got the number 6 ranked wrestler at 190. Boy, that's going to come down to the heavyweights.
Another turn here. This one's, she's in pretty good position to get a fall.
Be a big one here for Norfolk. We talked about this earlier. How about this one for you? That will wrap up that Class A duel unless there's some bumping. And there is the pin. It'll come at the 3:29 mark. Millard South's 235-pounder is a 12-21 freshman. Norfolk's is a 14-14 sophomore. So both of the 235s,
they're part of the team.
Yep, and that could decide the duel.
Right.
Those two, you'll hear a lot of emotion out there. So that makes it 35-29. Norfolk on top. 3 weight classes to go, 33-30. Lakeview is leading Wayne. Battle Creek leading Wood River 42-24, third place match in B. And Bellevue East leading Omaha Westside 36-30 in the third place match in Class A. And for our wrestlers, we mentioned who was out there in the Wood River Battle Creek match. Riley Kaler for Battle Creek and Allie Johnson for Wood River. And over here, it is Campos Narega of Bellevue East against Lucy Wing of Omaha Westside. The Class A, they're going to go with Millard South's Maya Hobson, 28-6 sophomore, against Reagan Mangelson of Norfolk.
Wayne's going to take the lead. They get a takedown, turn to the back, looking for the fall, match over.
Yeah, Alex Ziska, we talked about her coming out there for Wayne. 35-8 freshman, ranked number 9 against Savannah Peterson of Lakeview, just a 2-12 freshman, so expected that. 24, and Wayne leads at 36-33 with 2 matches to go. So they are probably going to go Finney at 90 and Wickman at 235. And we've got a big throw and a pin on both sides there. There looks like the 100 signs are coming up for Briley Kaler of Battle Creek. She just got her 100th win and secures third place for Battle Creek. And for Omaha Westside, Lucy Wing gets the pin in 48 seconds, and that ties the third place duel here in Class A. 36-36.
Westside still got Macy Barber in the chamber here.
Yep. That was a heck of a 190-pound match against Norfolk, her and Bobbledyke in the semifinals.
Millard South really needs to get a fall here.
Oh, this could win it for Norfolk.
Yeah.
What a counter here by Mangelson, the senior from Norfolk, over the sophomore Hobson from Millard South.
Oh, now we got flip-flopping here.
10
now
seconds
Millard South
to go.
is in control.
10 seconds to go, 5 seconds to go in the first period. Avoid the pin, and they will. Almost another reversal out of all that. Let's see, after adding it all up, what the score will be. Throw.
Should be 7, 6.
6-5, right?
6, 13. I got 13-9.
Wow.
Out of all that. Maybe we're 9-7.
They've got it at 9-7 in favor of Hobson of Millard South. And that's just at the end of the first period.
Consult with your assistant official here. Make sure you got the score right.
Yep, that's exactly what you want to do. And both the coaches are there discussing it.
Right.
Again, when we finish things up here from Norfolk and take a look at the trophy presentations, we'll have a chance to talk to the winning coaches and one of their wrestlers. Brought to you by Custom Sports. From screen printed t-shirts to jerseys, they have what your team needs to look great. Check them out at customsportsco.com. And here's a little bit of that replay action. Twist, 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 and roll, roll, roll. Makes it tough on the official as well. All of that on the edge of the mat. So we're still trying to add things up over there. Norfolk and Millard South, they're not supposed to be rivals, Doug Duda, Colin Pfeiffer here, but all of a sudden they are. Last year?
Yeah, in girls wrestling they are.
Yeah, last year they were the championship match, and Norfolk won it. This year, Millard South won the regular season meeting. Last year, Norfolk won it 42-35.
They're still showing 9-6 on the score.
Well, there went to 11. All right, one thing it does, it definitely gives both wrestlers time to catch their breath and be in real good shape here.
I'm not sure how Norfolk has 9. I think the most Norfolk could have here is 7.
Well, this is going to take a while. Let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back with more of the Girls State Dual Championships on NCN.
Hey, it's me. One of those students on the waiting list for a teammate's mentor. I've heard teammates is so fun and awesome. You get to talk, laugh, play games, and hang out with a positive, caring adult once a week at school. Teammates help students believe in themselves, and 97% of mentees are proud to be a part of it. I love to be one of those mentees, but we need more mentors. So if you got an hour a week to be someone a student like me can count on, go to teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond does it all when it comes to general contracting. From agricultural storage buildings to commercial office buildings, retail warehouses to concrete contracting. The HEI Sentinel buildings help safeguard crops and valuable assets, and Ashoff's professional builders handle the job from the design through the completion of the build. For a free estimate, contact Dylan Price, Scott Pullman, or Brandon Ruge. Call 402-748-3551 today. Visit AshoffConstruction.com for more information.
Laundry day just got a whole lot easier thanks to Schaefer's and powerful, dependable laundry pairs from Whirlpool and Maytag. Built to handle real life and built to last. From smart features to heavy-duty performance, these trusted brands make laundry faster, easier, and worry-free. And right now at Schaefer's, save $250 after rebate when you purchase a Whirlpool or Maytag laundry pair.
All right, they have settled on 13-6 for Hobson of Millard South here as we go to the second period. So Kamaya Hobson, and then she chose top here in the second period.
She's really working on this barbed wire here. She's got to keep her broke down off her base, though, for this to work.
Doug Duda along with Colin Pfeiffer. Millard South has to win this match, right, Colin?
Yeah, yes.
They have to win this match.
Now we got a full Nelson.
So penalty point coming.
We maybe have West Side fans cheering against Norfolk over here.
That might be not surprising. That's the way I'll say it. Maybe not surprising. Doug Duda, Colin Pfeiffer. We're at the YMCA here in Norfolk, the site of this year's Nebraska Scholastic Wrestling Association Girls Duels. Still have everything going on, but each mat has to finish before we move on, and we are at 170 pounds. There will be 2 duels on each to go. Down to a minute to go here in the second period. That penalty point made it 13-7 Hobson. And we got locked hands now.
Locked hands.
So 13-8.
Now the next one's worth 2, so you're in danger territory here.
Can Mangelson get off bottom again? We had that huge flurry in the last 30 seconds of the first period. And it took about 2.5, 3 minutes by everyone to get the score agreed upon. Mangelson hasn't really been close to getting out here in the second period. And it'll be her choice in the third, Colin. I don't think she's going to take bottom.
No, you either go neutral or on top. I'd probably go neutral at this point.
Because you need the points.
Right.
Because you need the points. Again, Hobson in there for Millard South. Second ranked at 170 pounds. Mangelson 10th ranked at 170. They've already dueled each other. Time down to 15 seconds to go here in the second period. It remains 13-8. And Brooke back down. Still trying to get a turn here. Not going to get it done as the final few seconds tick off, and we end the second period. And not able to score from top was Hobson.
Now, if you're Norfolk, you choose neutral.
That would be my thought. Checking with Coach Stone, Coach Andrew Stone.
Oh, she's going to go on top.
Okay. Well, maybe too much speed when you're taking a look there at Hobson. Don't let her take you back down. Just get on top. Don't worry about it. It's going to be tough, though. You're looking at virtually pin or nothing now for Norfolk. Even with a 4-point turn, you'd still be down 1. You would really, Mangelson is going to have to control and dominate this third period. And Hobson has definitely been aggressive, but how much gas is left in the tank now? But again, that huge delay after the first period, I think they're both going to be fresh, and Hobson gets the reverse. That'll make it 15-8 right off the get-go here in the third period. But now you're looking for bonus points. This thing isn't over yet because, remember, she needs the pin for Millard South. Norfolk knows that. If she gets a little too aggressive, that gives Mangelson a chance.
Get back out to his head chunks right here. Nope. Gonna circle back around behind.
1:20 to go in the third period. 15-8.
I'm kind of surprised Millard South maybe hasn't been a little bit more aggressive here trying to get the fall.
Well, again, we're at 7 points, so nonetheless, no matter what, Mangelson needs to get another, Hobson needs to get another point. A minute to go here in the third period, and I don't think they're going to cut and take down. This is all about pin or nothing right now.
Bonus points are crucial in duels.
Just trying to bridge out there is Mangelson of Norfolk. Each time breaking her down, looking to stack her up a little bit is Hobson. We are down to 40 seconds.
Back to this barbed wire here.
Has not been a stall, although I think we're close to a warning on bottom here. 30 seconds to go, 15-8, Hobson. Hobson has not been able to score from on top here in the second or third period.
Yeah, she's getting close now. No.
20 seconds.
Good job by Mangelson to get back down.
Now, if you're Mangelson, you're just balling up. You're not going to win the match. You don't want to give up a point because it's just a regular decision. Regular decision right now. 5 seconds, and that is how it's going to end. As Hobson going to run out of time. 15-8. Hobson gets the win, but it's only 3 points, and Norfolk still leads at 35-32 with 2 to go. In Class B, Wayne leads at 36-33 over Lakeview. Third place matches, Westside and Bellevue East, are tied at 36. And over in Class B, Battle Creek has won it. They are up 48-24 over Wood River, and I think we're going to get a forfeit there as well. That was where the injury was last go around for Wood River. So Brooklyn Anderson doesn't look like she's going to have to wrestle here for Wood River. In Class A in the third place match for Bellevue East, it is Gail Ionis, a 9-15 sophomore against Macy Barber, state rated for Omaha Westside at 19-6. She's right in on an ankle pick. Piper Swarbrick of Millard South, 7-20 junior, against Beverly Bobbledyke of Norfolk, state rated 24-3 senior. So Norfolk looking for a pin, and if they do, they will win the Class A duel. And over here in B, it's Hemi Fincy, undefeated #1, getting the pin for Lakeview. It's going to come down to 2:35 as she pinned the freshman Lady Meyer of Wayne in 20 seconds. And Meyer, I think, got torqued there.
I think that's her 100th career pin, they just said.
100 pins. And the photo op there on mat #2 for Emma Fincy. Finney, #1, Emma Finney, 20 seconds to get the pin. She bumped up and wrestled here at 190 today to get the win. And that'll make it 39-36. And most likely it'll be Wickman for Lakeview against Contreras of Wayne. And there'll be an advantage for Lakeview. Back over in Class A. Swarbrick has been able to survive here early on against Bobbledyke. 35-32 Norfolk.
And you just got to keep this to a decision if you're Millard South here.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Swarbrick, the only way that it'll come down to 235 is if Swarbrick either wins, which would be a shocker, or gets beat by less than 8 points. And that's the key here. They're dancing around for the first minute 40. They're down to 20 seconds to go in the first period. We've got blood time over here in our Class A third place match after Barber got the early takedown for Omaha West Side. She's ranked number 2, so expected to get the win there. And then 235 Johnson for West Side. And Bellevue East will have Olmedo, and the West Side will be favored in that match. So West Side looking in good shape here to take third place in Class A. We go to a scoreless first period in the championship match at Class A between Bobbledyke, ranked 6th at 190 pounds, coming in with a record of 24-3. Against Piper Swarbrick, the senior. Going to use everybody that senior grit here in a senior-on-senior matchup. Bobbledyke chose top here in the second period, which is just underway. And this is where it's going to be tough for Swarbrick. If you're on your feet, you can kill a lot of time.
Just stay balled up here. Might be getting close to a skull call, though.
Yep, if she doesn't get pinned, she's going to get a couple stalls throughout this match. And now we are going to get near fall, and here it is. Norfolk going for the Class A championship to repeat. Bobbledyke trying to secure the deal here for the Panthers at home in their hometown. Back-to-back Class A girls state dual champions as Bobbledyke records the pin in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. And that'll give them a 9-point lead going into the final matchup. So Norfolk, who a couple hours ago thought they were going to be wrestling for third, does come out of here with a championship. And we still have extended blood time over here in our third place match in Class A. So while we've got that, let's take a timeout. We'll be back with the recap and the heavyweight matches at 2:35 next.
If you or your child is frequently dealing with sinus or ear infections, it may be time to find lasting relief. At Faith Regional Health Services Ear, Nose, and Throat, our specialists focus on finding the cause of your symptoms, not just managing them. Dr. Justin Oltman and Dr. Eric Roy use advanced technology and proven treatments to determine.
You could check that back. Cross our fingers for them.
All right, we're back to action here after the blood time. It is Macy Barber of Omaha West Side, a 3-0 lead over Gail Ionis of Bellevue East.
This is still in the first period.
And Barber
they're holding on
in the first period here with 1 minute to go. Had a lot of blood time. Barber ranked second in the state. Got a 2-point tilt, so it's 5-0.
If you can come get
5-0 is your score.
If your phone's battery,
so we'll see how things play out.
You can use mine.
And a recap of where we are at right now. Class A, Norfolk just secured the state championship with a 41-32 victory, at least at the moment, over Millard South. Lakeview has a 39-36 lead over Wayne coming into the last match, and then there is the pin. So add 6 more for Barber and Westside. They're up 42-36. Battle Creek 54-24 over Wood River, third in Class B. So we are ready to go to the final matches, and the one to watch here is in Class B, Lakeview and Wayne. Wayne must get the win here. In Class A, Tatum Wilchin, 12-21 freshman for Millard South against Robin Hoppy, the 14-14 sophomore for Norfolk. In Class B,
I think Norfolk probably has the upper hand in this match anyways here.
Yeah, we were talking about that before it happened. But, again, when you talk 500 below, 235ers, you fall the wrong way. It could be 6 in a hurry. Jasmine Contreras, the 7-11 junior for Wayne, against Aislinn Wickman of Lakeview. And Wickman is ranked 11th at 190. They bumped her up, 17-11 freshman. So a 3-point lead for Lakeview. All they have to do is win, and they'll be the Class B champs after being the runner-up last year to Minden. Third place, Olmedo of Bellevue East, taken to her back by Johnson of Omaha West Side, and gets the pin, 16 seconds. And Class A third place will go to Omaha West Side, 48-36. And we had another forfeit over there in the match. Wood River will get the win, 54-30 though, Battle Creek. So Battle Creek takes third in Class B. And the 235ers now. How will this play out? Working in on a single is Wickman.
Oh, headlock attempt.
You say what you want. Wickman is giving up a lot of weight here. Over in Class A, takedown Norfolk. Hoppy over Wilchin.
Wickman needs to get a mat return here.
Reaching back, dangerous there for Contreras.
Fans are cheering for wanting to stall here, but it's not a stall. They're in a neutral position.
There's the takedown for Wickman at a 3-0 lead. 40 seconds to go in the match. Over in Class A, 30 seconds to go in the first period. On the takedown from Hoppy of Norfolk, 3-0. Now starting to work the turnover here for Lakeview. Wickman has the turn. Oh, lost control. Still getting the turn. Back over in Class A. There's the pin. The pin for Hoppy. 6 seconds to go here in Class B.
We're going to get a pin here.
Quintero's got to fight it off. One. Out of time. Did they give her the pin? I think we're going to say out of time. Lakeview is celebrating.
They have watches. The assistant referee is giving thumbs up. Giving thumbs up that the pin is in time.
And it will be in time. The pin in 2 minutes. And Lakeview with Aislinn Wickman wins it 45-36.
That's the nice thing about the officials have watches on, so it buzzes right when the clock hits 0. The assistant official knew that he heard the whistle before the buzz went.
There he is, Colin Pfeiffer, tournament director. You may see him officiating from time to time. Watch them all on NE Wrestle. And Colin, before you have to go do the rest of your duties here tonight, just overall thoughts as this baby played out. We had the 1 and 2s and the 3s and 4s seeded out. 1 and 2s were in the finals, both classes. 3 and 4s were in finals in both classes. The 1s won both, and the 3s won both. Well, Wood River was the 3, excuse me.
Seems like the people who seeded the tournament maybe knew what they were doing, huh?
Who helped you?
It was the guys at NE Russell.
There you go. Well, congratulations to all. We will be back for the trophy presentations and a chance to chat with the victorious coaches right after this on News Channel Nebraska.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
Shop Woodhouse Ram during the Start Something New sales event happening now. Receive 0% APR for 60 months on our full lineup of 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorns, backed by 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Visit us in Blair or Bellevue today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
And welcome to NCN's postgame, brought to you by Custom Sports. From screen printed t-shirts to jerseys, they have what your team needs to look great. Check them out at customsportsco.com. Here are the Wood River Eagles coming out for the trophy presentations, taking 4th place in Class B. Here are the Eagles of Wood River taking home the championships. 5th last year. So step up 4th here for Wood River and head coach Christian Thompson. And in A, 4th place goes to Bellevue East and Brian Ersick. Colin, we talked about these top 2 teams and where they've been, but what are some of the schools, what are some of the other programs that have made a significant jump that weren't here last year or we hadn't even talked about, or
I
newer
think
programs?
one of them is right here in Bellevue East. They've put together a really nice team, and me and Les were kind of talking yesterday when we were getting ready to set up that Bellevue East was maybe kind of the sleeper coming in here, and I know Coach Pickford from Millard South pretty well, and he was worried about beating Bellevue East in the semifinal. He thought that they would need a couple upsets to beat Bellevue East, especially without Millie Jensen in their lineup. That's a team that I think has really came on, and they got a couple young girls coming that are hammers.
Well, 3rd place for Class A goes to Omaha West Side, and you know what? I know they were hurting a couple of hours ago, but they came out with class. They wrestled hard. They took the 3rd place trophy, and congratulations to them. And 3rd place in Class B on your camera now, the Bravettes of Battle Creek. And again, don't want to harp on it, but people will find out if you didn't already know. Omaha West Side had appeared to beat Norfolk in the semifinals. Ruled a wrestler was ineligible because of where they weighed in. That made the close dual score a switch, and that made Norfolk the winners, and so that is why they took 3rd and were not in the finals here.
And when you're the tournament director and you're delivering the news to Westside, you just have a pit in your gut, and it's not a good feeling. So to see them respond and get 3rd, that's what champions do, is they respond when things go south, and good on them to respond the way they did today.
Trophies being handed out in Class B to Wayne for runner-up, and Millard South in Class A. There's your Wayne Blue Devils, the runner-up in Class B. Congratulations to Coach Jason Troutman and the crew. And over on Class A, the championship trophy is going to Norfolk. 2nd year in a row.
Coach Tramner getting bombarded there. He should have just jumped in there and jumped in the trophy presentation with them.
Well, congratulations again to Coach Andrew Stone and Norfolk. And for the first time in Class B, here's Lakeview. And congratulations to Lakeview and Jeff Bargan bringing home the Class B championship. Norfolk A, Lakeview B. Congratulations to both. And again, Colin, thanks so much for all you do for the sport of wrestling and for being the brains on today's broadcast here on NCN.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything I do with the sport of wrestling is all out of love for the sport of wrestling. And I wouldn't know what to do if I didn't have the sport of wrestling in my life. It takes up a good portion of my life from early November until late June when we go to Florida. It's pretty much wrestling season for me. So I get a little bit of break, in between that time. But, I get to work with some of my best friends every day. And I love the sport of wrestling. It's gave so much to me. And I just can't thank it enough. And I love to give back to the sport.
All right, we're going to take a break and be back and talk with the champs right after this on NCN.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
My name is Jamie Dunn, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. The most rewarding part of my job is helping new people to the community open up checking accounts and providing the best possible customer experience. Something that sets Elkhorn Valley Bank apart from its competitors is our friendly customer service. And not only that, but it's giving back to our communities. Elkhorn Valley Bank, great for you, great for your community.
On your way to the big game or heading home after the win, Speedy Mart is the ultimate team stop.
Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! You're bound to stay alive at Speedy Mart.
Icy cold drinks? Check. Tasty snacks? Double check. Fast fuel and room for the whole crew? You know it.
Be aggressive! And make sure to go to Speedy Mart after the game.
And welcome back to NCN here in Norfolk, Lakeview. The Vi-Queens are the queens here today. And Jeff Bargan joining me here to talk about bringing home the dual championship. So close last year, got the job done here today. How's it feel?
Feels great. So proud of the girls. Every girl that we brought stepped on the mat today and contributed. Great. It was an awesome team day. We had girls step up, many different duels. Different girls stepped up when we needed them to, and it wasn't easy. We barely got by UTAN. We came down the last match with Battle Creek, and this one was a barn burner as well.
That was my next question, Coach. How much tougher was it this year with the expanded field to 16 and just more girls out for wrestling and more teams filling in their weight classes?
Yeah, I mean, last year we had some opens that hurt us, but this year's field was huge. Shattern was a tough opponent, right away. They had a lot of weight classes filled. What really helped us is we were able to shuffle girls around and put out a full lineup this year for the first time. So pretty proud of these girls.
What about this young lady who got a nice win today for you?
Yeah, got her 100th career win. Actually, earlier in the day when it was a forfeit, but we wanted to celebrate it when she was on the mat. What a awesome season she's having and career she's had up to this point. So, yeah, really excited for her.
And, Coach, what's next? What's next for Lakeview here in this next month, the last month of the season?
Well, we have conference and then districts and then state. So, hopefully we stay healthy and we keep this thing rolling.
Well, a heck of a win. Congratulations, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Let's talk to our wrestler of the match here from Columbus Lakeview. She's undefeated. Emma Finnessy goes out and gets the job done. How's it feel to be a state champ as a team today?
It's amazing. Like, in the practice room, we've just been putting in so much work. And, like even if it's, a bad practice, we're, still getting after it the next practice. And we're looking back at what we're doing wrong and how we can fix it. And, it's just been amazing. All of us cheering on the side has been really helpful, and I think if we didn't have that team cheering us on, we wouldn't have made it this far.
What did it feel like when you knew that you guys had clinched the championship here tonight?
Oh, it was amazing. Just super smiles everywhere. I was just super excited, and even since it was that close, it was just my heart was beating out of my chest. I'm just oh gosh, can we get this? And I knew one of the last matches, I was I really have to get this for my team, not just for myself, but my whole team.
How much does it make it feel better when, yes, you have success, but it is all about the team? You've got 13, 14, 18. There's some girls that didn't get to wrestle. They're on standby, and it was nervous time, as Coach said a couple other times today.
Even since they're there, it's just they're still cheering, so it's getting everyone else hyped. And I think when other people win, it's just getting me more hyped for my matches, and I think it just gets me so excited to see them win and them succeed, and it pumps me up.
Well, congratulations on the team championship. We'll see you next month in Omaha.
Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Emma Finnessy joining us here as our wrestler of the match for Columbus Lakeview. We're going to talk to the Class A champions from Norfolk when we return here on NCN.
With 2 board-certified physicians, Dr. Charles Harper and Dr. Alan Spanel offers a high level of expertise in internal medicine. If you're over age 18 and ready to find a trusted physician who will be with you throughout your years, Dr. Harper and Dr. Spanel are ready to provide you with the medical care you need. Whether you are healthy or have several medical conditions, as internal medicine physicians, they provide the care you need. Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location offers so much care so close to home.
Amish Home, we want to help you live better, longer, with a complete selection of health-focused power chairs from Ultra Comfort. Ultra Comfort features zero-gravity positioning, giving you that weightless feeling and increasing your circulation. Elevate your feet, release tension, reduce swelling, and maximize blood flow. They are fully programmable to your customized settings. With the softest, easy-to-clean fabrics, the entire family is able to enjoy the benefits of your new Ultra Comfort power chair. Live better, longer with Ultra Comfort at TC Amish Home in Norfolk.
If you or your child is frequently dealing with sinus or ear infections, it may be time to find lasting relief. At Faith Regional Health Services Ear, Nose, and Throat, our specialists focus on finding the cause of your symptoms, not just managing them. Dr. Justin Altman and Dr. Eric Roy use advanced technology and proven treatments to determine whether inflammation, infection, or a more complex condition is standing in the way of your relief. With care designed around you, we develop a plan that uses the right procedures and treatments to help you breathe easier, hear clearly, and get back to feeling like yourself again. Don't let ongoing sinus or ear problems hold you or your child back. Experience the expert care and lasting relief offered by Faith Regional Ear, Nose, and Throat.
Doug Duda back with you here from Norfolk. Why not have the hometowners do it again? 2 years in a row now. Norfolk bringing home the championship here in Class A. And Coach Andrew Stone joining us here to talk about it. Long day, nerves, frazzled. What's it feel like to bring home the championship again?
It feels really good. You know, it was a long day, some weather issues, some teams backing out. We get to bump our JV into the tournament to kind of fill up the bracket, which is really special to have them here and to see them compete. But it feels good to be back on top because there was a lot of doubters, you know, coming into this all year kind of saying that, hey, maybe Norfolk isn't still on top, which we'll see. We'll find out in February, but we proved it today. We proved we were the best dual team here. So really, really pleased with the girls' effort overall.
Both teams have hammers. There's no doubt about it. What was the difference today than when you wrestled them earlier in the year?
Today our lineup was a little different. You know, first duel of the year, we were getting some girls down to weight. You know, we had two of our state qualifiers that were actually wrestling JV for that first duel, so that makes a big difference. But our quality of wrestling has improved a ton over the past 45 days. You know, we got girls that are really working and wrestling through positions that we've been hammering in the room day in and day and day. And to see those girls come out and get that win back after you drop the first duel of the year and you kind of maybe get your confidence rattled a little bit, to just see them trust the process and just keep working and keep improving, it's really, really special.
Talk about the 15 to 20 minutes when the girls thought that they weren't even going to be in the finals today, and then being able to receive that news that they were going to be in the finals.
Yeah, I guess a little bit of controversy to some, but, you know, Westside wrestled an ineligible wrestler, and she bumped up 2 weight classes, which you can't do, so that resulted in a forfeit for us. So if you look at that duel, regardless of what we found in the middle of the duel, at the end of the duel, that duel result is the same. We beat Westside, we moved on to the finals. So the nice part is our girls were going to go right back to work and go get third place. You know, we were going to turn around and compete right away, so the opponent just changed, but the goal and the outcome wasn't going to be any different. They were going to come out and compete.
We're going to talk to Reagan Mangelson. Tell me a little bit about her.
You know, Reagan's been in our program for 4 years. She's a hard worker, great teammate, does everything asked for her. And you know what? She really kind of iced that duel for us against Millerstown. She's going out there against the number 2 girl in the state, and she's wrestling tough. Put the number 2 girl in the state on her back. She's in that match to win it. You know, she loses that match 15-8. We'll close that gap before February. So that really gave us that cushion going in those final 2 matches to really ice that duel. So really, really proud of her effort today.
All right, Coach, we'll see you in Omaha. Congratulations.
I appreciate it, sir. Thanks for the coverage.
Well, let's bring in Reagan Mangelson here to talk about it. This is a little something unusual. Usually we talk to somebody that just went out, did something dominant and won it. But in wrestling, Reagan, sometimes how you wrestle a match is as important as the result of the match. What was the game plan going in here tonight?
Honestly, I went in kind of thinking, okay, I'm going to do what I can do. I mean, she was good. She was ranked, and I knew it. She's beaten me a couple times, and the best thing you can do really is just going in and saying, okay, I'm just going to do what I know, worry about what I know, wrestle through any position possible, and just have fun. So, yeah, I would say just wrestling through and just I went in kind of, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and that's all I'm going to worry about.
Had her on her back there for a moment. What was going through your mind while that whole flurry was going on there?
Well, I was kind of confused at first because I was like, wait, I was just on my back, but it's okay. I was kind of settled down. I was like, okay, she's still, like, she was moving good, and just had to rethink and kind of just keep myself from getting too excited too soon.
Then there was the long break as we're trying to just figure out what the score is. What was going on for you personally during that probably 3-minute break we had?
I was just mostly thinking, like, what I'm going to do next if I go on bottom. Just thinking, like, I'm still in this, and I'm more than well in it. I still had a good chance, and I knew it. And so I was just more focused on what I was going to do, breathing, staying calm, and going out there and doing what I love.
And you guys repeat as team champions. What's that mean to do it here at home and repeat as champions?
Yeah, it feels pretty great. Just not only in our hometown, but also for second year in a row. It's pretty special. It shows that even with the amazing seniors that left, like, we still have a good program and we still have the same drive that we did last year. So it was pretty good.
Well, congratulations on the team title, and we can't wait to see you in Omaha for the individual championships. Reagan, congrats.
Thank you.
That's Reagan Mangelson here from Norfolk, our Norfolk wrestler of the day, as they bring home the Class A state championship once again. We'll be back with some of the highlights from today's matches from the girls' state duels in Norfolk right after this on NCN.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
Shop Woodhouse Ram during the Start Something New sales event happening now. Receive 0% APR for 60 months on our full lineup of 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorns, backed by 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Visit us in Blair or Bellevue today.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
My name is Jamie Dunn, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. The most rewarding part of my job is helping new people to the community open up checking accounts and providing the best possible customer experience. Something that sets Elkhorn Valley Bank apart from its competitors is our friendly customer service. And not only that, but it's giving back to our communities. Elkhorn Valley Bank, great.
On your way to the big game or heading home after the win, Speedy Mart is the ultimate team stop.
Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! You're bound to stay alive at Speedy Mart.
Icy cold drinks? Check. Tasty snacks? Double check. Fast fuel and room for the whole crew?
With 2 board-certified physicians, Dr. Charles Harper and Dr. Alan Spanel offers a high level of expertise in internal medicine. If you're over age 18 and ready to find a trusted physician who will be with you throughout your years, Dr. Harper and Dr. Spanel are ready to provide you with the medical care you need. Whether you are healthy or have several medical conditions, as internal medicine physicians, they provide the care you need. Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location offers so much care so close to home.
Receiving 3 top heart and vascular honors from Health Grades reflects the trust our community places in Faith Regional. Behind every recognition is a patient who turned to us in a critical moment, a family seeking reassurance, and a cardiovascular team dedicated to being there. Our specialists deliver trusted expertise, proven outcomes, and compassionate care because our patients are and always will be our why. Faith Regional Cardiovascular Institute. Triple honors, one dedicated team.
And Doug Duda back with you here as the work never ceases as they begin to pull up the mats because they've got wrestling here. They'll center them and get them ready for tomorrow's action. Want to thank our wrestlers of the match in Class A, as we talked about there. Reagan Mengelson from Norfolk, brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center, your healing destination. And then in Class B, again, congratulations and thanks to undefeated Emma Finnessy, brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point, redefining senior living with a steadfast commitment to comfort, compassion, and dignity. Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk, living better. Well, I'll tell you what, RMV Construction has done such a great job in putting together buildings and facilities all throughout the state. And if you have a construction project that needs built, RMV Construction is the company you need to call. Tonight, we're featuring the Nebraska Department of Transportation's brand new regional maintenance facility built by RMV Construction. The Nebraska Department of Transportation has trusted RMV Construction to build projects across the state in Kearney, Burwell, and McCook. So from large facilities, offices, and building maintenance for the Nebraska Department of Transportation to projects that fit your needs, RMV Construction combines experience, reliability, and local pride to get the job done right. RMV Construction, offices in Kearney and Lincoln, trusted, local, and proven. Well, it was a long day of wrestling here, and we get a chance now to take a look at some of the replays and top plays that we had for you earlier in the matches. Third and fourth and first and second here. And our plays brought to you by Elkhorn Valley Bank. For all your banking needs, Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There is a difference. Well, our third and fourth place duel in Class B featured the Wood River Eagles taking on the Bravettes from Battle Creek. And this was a reversal of the seeding as Battle Creek did come out and end up winning this third and fourth place match this afternoon. Now that we're in the evening, I guess we should say. So we move in here at what's going on at 120 pounds. And a good move for Battle Creek to get in there and get the pin in a duel that had its share of almost every pin in there. And a good one for Bly of Battle Creek to get the job done. Then we move on to 135 pounds and another pin. Good stack up at 135. And Lily Mefford of Battle Creek right in there, along with Wood River and Peterzak. Peterzak getting the win for the Eagles. Back and forth affair, and Battle Creek stacking it up in the middle here. Gets another pin over Wood River to secure the win in the third place match by a score of 54-30 as Wood River takes fourth and Battle Creek takes third in the Class B duel. Moving on to Class A, we have the third place match here between Bellevue East and Omaha West Side. Bellevue East coming in, and again, we had a lot of pins in this one. Both of these duels kind of stacked up where you had a rated wrestler against a non-rated wrestler, rated wrestler against a non-rated wrestler, but Bellevue East getting some nice wins in there from Jamia Johnson, Lily Ross. Here we move on to Barber from Omaha West Side. Macy finishing things off here, 190 pounds. That was the last wrestling match that we had an open there at heavyweight, and for West Side, they come away and they get the win in the Class A consolation match. And we'll run down all the final scores for you here before we wrap things up at West Side. Disappointed that they weren't in the finals. Find a way to get things done. Now let's go to the Class B championship as Lakeview and Wayne go back and forth. Had a forfeit right off the get-go, and then Wayne comes out and puts down the pin here as Ozuna steps in, and we get the win by pin for Wayne. But it was Lakeview's day to get some things done. We'll go to 235 pounds, where it is wrapped up for Lakeview. They put Wickman in there. She gets her on the edge of the mat, and Wickman will get the pin here for Columbus Lakeview. Looked like they were going to go out of bounds. And again, time was winding down. We were in the final 5 seconds here. Had to double check the clock just to make sure that she beat the time. And as she makes that turn on the edge of the mat, look at her pushing her back in, pushing her back in, pushing her back in. And finally, as the coach kind of blocks the view there, we will tell you that Wickman was able to get the pin right there as time expired, the pin in 2 minutes, and that clinched the championship here for Columbus Lakeview. Again, so close, fell by 4 points last year to Minden in the final, and here they come in with the victory and pick up the win by a score of 45-36. So Columbus Lakeview comes away as the champions. And then that'll take us to our Class A championship between Millard South and Norfolk. And Millard South looked like they were going to get right out and do some damage here, as you got Heidelberg throwing the pin in to get some points on the board here for the Millard South Patriots. Move on to Norfolk at 140 pounds here. You had Kinsey Long at 18-9 coming in a tough match. One of the rated wrestlers, Grace Hoffman, Kinsey Long in the middle of that lineup. And how about another pin here for Norfolk? This one went back and forth, the 29-29 before things got broke at the end. Here is the 190-pound championship, Beverly Bobbledyke, needing to get a win by more than just a decision to secure it. There is the pin, and that clinched the championship here for Class A. And then Norfolk says, hey, let's finish it off. We'll put out our sophomore, Robin Hoppy. She'll also pick up a pin here to give Norfolk the win in the final match of the day. Pick up the championship in Class A by securing pins in the final 2 matches. And beating Millard South, avenging a loss from earlier this year at 45-35. Hoppy gets the pin, and there is the handshake once again. And Norfolk will run over our boy Adam out there. Look out, man. And Norfolk is your Class A champions here today. So congratulations to the Panthers. They win another one here in Class A. Take a look at how the brackets did play down here, and then we'll look at our upcoming broadcast for you. We take a look at Class B in the opening round today. It was Lakeview over Shadron 60-14. UTAN beat West Point Beamer 46-30. Summerland over Auburn 48-30. Battle Creek beat Fort Calhoun 45-30. That was in the upper half of the bracket. Wood River down Lyons Decatur Northeast 53-30. On criteria, Palmyra beat Pierce 42-42. What's criteria? You get a tie, then you find out who had the most pins, who had the most forfeits. There's a certain order to all of that, and Palmyra got to advance on. Tacoma Herman beat Southwest 46-30, and Wayne was a winner over Thayer Central 54-24. In the quarterfinals, Wayne beat Tacoma Herman 54-24. Wood River over Palmyra 45-28. Battle Creek over Summerland 45-25. And you heard Coach say it for Lakeview. It was a tough one with UTAN. Coach Bargan saying we had to go down to the wire, and he's right. There was a lot of emotion in the next to last match, but they do win it 42-40. Then in the semis, Lakeview over Battle Creek 46-36, and it was Wayne 48-36 over Wood River. Lakeview wins the championship 45-36 over Wayne. In the third place, Battle Creek over Wood River 54-30. Some of the consolation matches today, we had Summerland take 5th over Palmyra 42-30. 7th went to UTAN. They beat Tacoma Herman 36-24. And on the consolation side, West Point Beamer over Pierce 42-36. Southwest over Auburn 48-33, and Fort Calhoun 36-30 over Thayer Central. Our Class A bracket today, it was Millard South 76-6 over the Norfolk JV. Omaha Bryan beat South Sioux City 48-36. One team couldn't make it, so Blair got a first round bye. Bellevue East then beat Buena Vista 58-24. On the other side of the bracket, Omaha West Side over Blue River 54-30. Grand Island beat Omaha Benson 54-27. Schuyler over Ralston 54-24, and Norfolk 71-8 over Omaha Westview. In the quarters, Norfolk beat Schuyler 51-30. It was Westside over Grand Island 48-36. Bellevue East edged Blair 41-34, and Millard South over Omaha Bryan 54-24. In the semis, Millard South over Bellevue East 51-24, and then Norfolk, because of the illegal weigh-in or illegal wrestler, it wasn't an illegal weigh-in, just didn't get weighed in at the right weight. Norfolk wins it 42-38. Then Norfolk 47-32, the final score over Millard South. Third place, Omaha Westside 48-36 over Bellevue East. Fifth, Blair over Grand Island 51-30. Seventh, Schuyler over Omaha Bryan 60-21. And in the consolation matches, Blue River edged South Sioux City 42-39, and it was Ralston over Omaha Buena Vista 48-36. Because of the bye, Westview did not get to wrestle that final match. So that's what happened here today. Now we can go ahead and take a look at our upcoming broadcast. Tomorrow night, the Pender boys will be taking on Howells Dodge. We'll have that for you right up in our neck of the woods at 6:50. Then next Thursday, Plainview will be taking on Cedar Catholic in Hardington at 5:50. We've got some Wayne State basketball next Friday as they welcome in Minnesota Duluth, and that'll be on our north stations. On the south stations, it'll be Lincoln Pius X hosting Norris, and then Saturday the 31st, we're back in Lincoln for the Heartland Athletic Conference Championships. And I'll tell you what, right now, you take a look at those boys and girls rankings, and the Heartland Athletic Conference is above the Metro for the most part. Metro's got a couple, but the 1 and 2, you got to look at Lincoln North Star girls are undefeated, Lincoln North Star boys, Lincoln Southeast, Lincoln Southwest, Kearney girls, one loss after the loss to North Star earlier this week. There's going to be some good hack basketball between teams that are ranked in the top 3 in the state next Saturday. You can follow us along on social media as well. Don't forget News Channel Nebraska up on YouTube, Facebook. We're up on X at NCN Sports, Snap, and so much more. A lot going on, so follow NCN Sports on social media at any of those. And again, people ask me all the time, how can I watch this? I missed it. I was at the event. Go to the NCN YouTube channel and find out more information on any of our broadcasts. Well, I believe producer Connor tells me that we can put this one to bed. Great job again by Danny, Connor, Paul, Luke, all the guys that are here, all that are running our cameras, taking care of the behind the scenes and getting our interviews and getting our champions here for you on NCN. Again, couldn't do it without the man, the Hall of Famer, Norm Manstead, who is the reason the Nebraska Scholastic Wrestling Coaches Association exists. There's a couple others out there, Cheryl and the gang. We're not forgetting you either. Les Painter couldn't do any more than he's possibly doing right now, and we thank him. Colin Pfeiffer, appreciate him joining us as well today here on NCN for the analysis. I'm Doug Dudas saying we sure appreciate you joining us for the 2026 Nebraska Scholastic Wrestling Coaches Association Girls All-Star Duels. Again, congratulations, Norfolk repeating in Class A and Columbus Lakeview taking home the title in Class B. Stay warm. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, folks.
We now join regular programming on News Channel Nebraska.
The discovery of a full-grown male deer trapped inside a bank led officers to play a cat-and-mouse game with the freaked-out buck. Jeremy Roth has the story you want to take a look at.
Police responding to a burglary alarm at a bank in New York were surprised to learn the culprit inside was, in their words, a buck looking for bucks. Video shared by the Suffolk County Police Department shows the officers encountering a full-sized male deer they say had crashed through a window and become trapped inside the bank amidst loud ringing alarms, which it clearly wasn't digging as it frantically thrashed and crashed around the office looking for an escape. Careful to avoid the buck's sharp antlers, officers were eventually able to corner and corral the freaked-out animal and carefully direct it back through an exterior window where it galloped off a newly freed furry felon. Here's a video that'll make you say, oh dear. Video posted on social media by Canada's Parks Department shows the moment a skier descending the so-called Vortex Run near Lake Louise triggered and became trapped in an avalanche.
Oh, avalanche, avalanche.
The post said the skier was carried to the bottom, was buried up to their waist, and lost both skis, but was otherwise unharmed. The department said the ski party willingly shared the video so it could be used to inform and warn other recreationalists of the risks of the run. Well, the weather outside is horrific, but hey, at least the snowballs are terrific. And in places like upstate New York, sometimes they come pre-rolled. A combo of snow and strong winds created a rare byproduct called snow rollers, littering a neighborhood in all-natural, wind-wound snowballs. Think tumbleweeds, but for snow. By the way, cameras captured the freezing phenomenon in the town of, wait for it, chilly New York. Sometimes these things just write themselves. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Well, I'm Tyler Murphy, and that does it for this hour of news here on News Channel Nebraska. You can catch more news, weather, and sports on our website as well as our app. Have a good one.
NCN Studios are sponsored by Faith Regional Health Services.
Hello, how are we doing? My name is Tyler Murphy, and you're watching News Channel Nebraska. Today is Friday, January 23rd. Now let's take a look at our top headlines. First, one firefighter is in the hospital and 5 people are displaced after a fire in central Lincoln. And coming up, winter weather is blanketing the state and the rest of the country. And later, another case of measles has been detected in Nebraska. Now we have all that news and more, but first here's your AccuWeather forecast.
Today in Norfolk, expect mostly cloudy skies today with temperatures around 4 to 0 degrees. Slight chance of light snow this evening, particularly after 7 p.m. Winds are generally calm, coming from the north and northeast at up to 8 miles per hour. Looking at Kearney, expect light snow throughout the afternoon and evening with temperatures hovering around 0 to 2 degrees. Snow chances increase from 33% to over 70% by nightfall. Winds will be steady from the northeast at 10 miles, moving west to Scotts Bluff. Expect snow showers throughout the day with temperatures ranging from 5 to 1 degrees. Winds will be southeast at 15 miles per hour, decreasing to 10 miles per hour by evening. Precipitation chances peak at 62%. In the capital city today, expect cloudy skies with temperatures around 3 to 1 degrees. A slight chance of light snow develops in the evening, especially after 7 p.m. Winds from the northeast at 10 miles per hour will gradually decrease overnight.
We'll have your full forecast coming up later this hour, but first, here are our top headlines today. One firefighter is in the hospital and 5 people are displaced after a duplex fire in central Lincoln early this morning. Lincoln Fire and Rescue says crews responded before 2 a.m. where they spotted flames coming from a second floor of the building. Crews worked in frigid temps as they say 5 people were displaced. Only 1 occupant was evaluated on scene but was not transported to the hospital. LFR determined the fire caused $160,000 in damages and was caused by an accidental cooking fire. National Backwards Day is coming up, but the Hastings Tribune may have been celebrating a little too early. For people who received today's edition, it looked a bit different. The Tribune said on its Facebook page that due to a printing error, the entire paper was printed in reverse. The paper says they're working with technicians to get the issue corrected. Once done, they will reprint Friday's paper and put it in Saturday's edition. The Tribune says they made sure their online edition is facing the correct direction. The paper says you can contact them directly for help accessing the e-edition. And exposure to extreme cold can be dangerous, even deadly. While everyone can be affected by low temperatures, those at highest risks include the elderly, young children, and those without a warm home. Mandy Gaither has more on how to stay safe in extreme weather and the signs of cold-related health emergencies experts say everyone should know.
As the temperatures drop, the danger rises. In 2023, more than 1,000 people died in the U.S. due to excessive cold or hypothermia, with the highest percentage of deaths happening in January.
As your body becomes so cold, a lot of your bodily functions just can't function the way that they're meant to.
Dr. Carl Allenby with Cleveland Clinic says if you have to go out in extreme cold, dress properly. That includes a scarf or mask that covers the face and mouth, gloves, water-resistant boots, a hat, water-resistant coat, and several layers of loose-fitting clothing. Body parts most affected by frostbite are the nose, ears, toes, cheeks, chin, and fingers.
As the coldness progresses and the frostbite increases, you could have things like numbness. Your extremities could get very pale and then can get hardened as well as you continue to progress through that.
When the body loses heat faster than it can produce it, hypothermia can happen. That's when there's a life-threatening drop in body temperature below 95 degrees. In adults, symptoms include shivering, exhaustion, confusion, fumbling hands, memory loss, slurred speech, and drowsiness. In babies, signs could be bright red cold skin or very low energy. Allenby says 911 should be called immediately.
You're going to rely on bystanders who realize that somebody may not be acting right or that there's some sort of change in their mentation.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
More news next. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Oh my gosh, wow. Who am I?
Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95 plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
If you're paying high interest rates on your credit cards, you're burning money. Consolidated Credit can work with your creditors to reduce your total payments by up to 50% and lower your high interest rate so you can stop juggling multiple payments. Save thousands in interest charges and pay off your credit card debt fast. You don't have to be good with money because we are. Call 800-596-5094 for a free consultation. 800-596-5094. That's 800-596-5094.
Fun takes flight at Blackbird Bend Casino. Discover the latest and hottest games, in-person sportsbook on our kiosk, delectable dining every day, and the friendliest people around. We're heating up a chilly winter evening by giving away plenty of cash in our Winter Wishes giveaway on Friday, January 30th from 6 to 10 p.m. A guest wins a cash prize every 10 minutes. At 10 p.m., one lucky guest wins $10,000. Get one free entry daily on our kiosks and start earning additional drawing entries now at Blackbird Bend Casino near Ottawa, Iowa.
A decision has been made on the dam project near Battle Creek. The Lower Elkhorn Natural Resources did not approve the watershed agreement to add a dam and levee near Battle Creek at Thursday's meeting. The plan was estimated to cost over $56 million and was hoping to mitigate flooding in Battle Creek. The board voted 9-6 against the plan, citing the expensive price tag and location as some of reasons for the decision. As of now, there is no word on future plans for the project or other options. The contestants for a state Senate seat in southeast Nebraska are starting to crystallize. One more candidate officially entered the race for the District 32 seat this month. Crete lawyer Shailene Smith announced her candidacy for the seat in September and formally filed to run for the District 32 seat this month. Officially running as an independent, Smith has practiced law in Crete for more than 30 years and presents herself as a political outsider. She says her legal knowledge will help build bridges in the state Senate, a destination she never really envisioned for herself prior to last year.
I really am thankful to the people in our communities who kept asking me to consider it. They've seen the other things I've done in the community and in the district, and they want me to take my problem-solving skills and my ability to think long-term to the legislature, and I'm excited to be able to do that.
Smith is running against Jefferson County Commissioner Mark Shanerock. He's held a role in local government for more than a decade and boasts endorsements from many prominent state Republican politicians. Those are currently the only two known candidates in the District 32 race to succeed Tom Brandt of Plymouth, a term-limited political veteran who is in his final legislative session. While many Nebraskans will bundle up to brave the cold or just stay inside to avoid it at all costs,